Oh no, you blew it. You ate past your fasting window. You had 3 meals instead of two. Time to throw it all out the window, right? Absolutely not. That is the problem with most diet mindsets, and intermittent fasting or time restrictive eating is not a diet. It is an eating methodology where instead of eating all day long, multiple meals, you cut it down to a 6 to 8, normally, it could be less, hour eating window, and you eat 1 to 2 meals during that, usually two. And that's what you try to attain and stick to most of the time. But what happens if you eat out of your eating window or something occurs and it's like, oh, I had 3 meals during that eating window? Nothing. Nothing happens. You acknowledge it, you don't stress about it, and tomorrow you reset. That is it. This is the long game, folks. This is not, oh my gosh, I blew it. Everything I've worked for is now ruined. Not the case at all. You are on a journey, and just because you had to make a pit stop somewhere or got derailed does not mean you throw the suitcase off the cliff and drive back home. It means you get back in the car and you continue on your way. Intermittent fasting, time restrictive eating is a sustainable lifestyle choice, and it isn't the same as being on a low-calorie diet where you're just constantly struggling and suffering and white-knuckling it, trying to get to that next day and that next day. Here, your meals can be enjoyable. Those 2 meals can be fantastic. And if you have a third meal, if you're out late at night with some friends and you decide you're going to go out and have a beer, you're going to have some chicken wings, you're going to have some cheese and bacon fries, a little bit of scallion on there, that is perfectly okay because you are not locked in a box. You don't want to do this every day, but leave room for life. Because if you don't leave room for life, you will be miserable. You will not be able to stick with this long term. This is a lifestyle where you could be doing this 5 years from now, 7, 10 years from now, and be perfectly fine. Yes, you want to alternate the lengths and things like that so your body doesn't get stagnant, but it is something that is so easy to do that you can maintain it for a long term. You know, you do something like carnivore, you're going to go without any sort of fruit or vegetable for years. Yeah, people do it, but it is not super sustainable. Keto, same thing. Weight Watchers, same thing. You're going to always be working on eating those frozen boxes. There's so many plans out there that are restrictive, expensive, and on top of that, you're probably eating processed garbage. You don't need to do that with time restrictive eating. The food is really your choice. You want to make sure your protein is up. You don't want to have too many insulin spiking foods, especially at the beginning when you're breaking your fast, but you could squeeze them in after you've gotten some protein and fat in there, and you could really make this sustainable. Again, I have pizza. When I lost 20 pounds in 2 months, I had pizza every Sunday with my wife. I had ice cream. I had chicken wings. I didn't gorge on it. It was strategic, but I had them. And I lost the weight anyway because I got enough protein, I was resistance training, and I kept in it for the long run. And I'm still in it today. I look great. I feel great. It is super sustainable. Don't give up if you make a mistake. Just look at it as you've taken on a detour. You stopped at Buc-ee's along the highway to health, and now you're getting back on the road. Hope this helps.